Good morning and happy Monday. It is a wet and rainy Monday in North Carolina, so this is a great day for me to have some indoor projects for me and for the boys. For those of you who read my blog post this morning, last week the boys and I worked in small steps every day to declutter in their bedroom. This did not mean we tore that whole room apart. It meant that each day we had a focused time in a different part of their bedroom where we decluttered, we threw stuff away, we put things in the giveaway box, and we just did some deep cleaning. But we did it very, very small steps. A couple of days we worked in the morning and then again in the afternoon. We didn't make it where we were there 8 hours, because every time that you declutter and you spend 8 or 9 hours decluttering an area because you tore it apart, you burn out. You don't want to go back and work in that area again for months or maybe even years. So I've found that using the Fly Lady system, using the small steps to declutter a room really works. And whenever the boys and I need to do a deep clean in their room, we just break it down. And then each week after that, I remind them each day to do something different in the room to maintain it. Now we're getting ready to do a home improvement project, and that means that some of the stuff that I have in other rooms of the house, I'm going to need to store in their rooms. So we completely emptied their extra closet, and I emptied a bookshelf. So I have things that I can store there from our other projects, and then once it's all back together again, the boys and I can put their room into a different arrangement. You know, they're both almost teenagers. One is a teenager and the other one's 11. So they don't have a lot of toys anymore, but they've collected things. And you know what children are like collecting things. And I've seen pictures of some of your toy rooms, and they have stuff. So work with your children in decluttering their stuff. Do toy rotation. If they have a whole lot of toys in their room, they're basically making messes all the time and then they don't want to clean it up. Box their toys up by category. Blocks, Legos, cars, dolls, kitchen, anything, however you have their toys. Box them up, put them away, and only let them have access to a small amount. Think about any time you've ever taken your child to a preschool or a nursery or a daycare. They don't have a lot of stuff out all the time. And that's because kids don't need a lot of toys. We just think they do. So work at that. This week our zone is the kitchen. If your kitchen needs some attention this week, let's work on that 5-10 minutes at a time. If you're consistently not at home a certain time of the day, do not put your decluttering in your schedule for that time of the day. I tend to do my zone missions in the evening right after dinner as I'm doing my before bed routine, because that's the most consistent time of the day that I'm home. I don't have very many appointments that take me out of the house at that time of the day, and I can get that little bit of decluttering done. Since my son's accident, we've had more appointments on our schedule, and that has messed up more of my afternoons. So decluttering just does not work for me in the afternoons. It doesn't work in the mornings because of our homeschool schedule. So I have found my decluttering fits the best in the evening. So you need to figure that out. If you're drowning in paper clutter, work on that 5 minutes a day. Have desk time. I've really revamped my little desk area, and I showed you guys this. And I have a place where I can pay bills, and it's pretty clean here. I have a few things out with my list and my pens and my pencils and my laptop this morning. But I don't have piles and piles and piles of paper. I have really worked hard at getting rid of paper, and I know that a lot of you struggle with paper, especially if you homeschool and you have books everywhere. So just work at maintaining what you have, thin it out till it fits where you have room for it. Now today's zone mission is going to be to do your kitchen counters. And if your kitchen counters are really bad, you may need 2 15-minute sessions. But I want you to clean off the counters, wipe them down, put things away that you're not using every single day. And I want you to enjoy having a beautiful kitchen to cook in. I can tell you there have been times when my kitchen island was so piled with stuff that I couldn't cook because there was no room to do food prep. So I work every single day at keeping my island cleaned off and decluttered. And if you just work a little at a time, no matter what room it is in your house, kitchen, bedroom, whatever, toy room, you can do it. And just break down things into zones. If you send your child to the room to clean, be specific. Tell them, pick up the floor, bring me your dirty clothes, put all the trash in this bag. Be very specific with what you want them to do. If you just give them the blanket statement to go clean your room, they're not going to go in there and do anything because they don't know where to start. So tell them what one thing you want them to do. Set the timer, turn on some music, and have fun. If you need to work in the kitchen and declutter, turn on some music and have some fun. You can have a good time and declutter. It doesn't have to be a chore. It can be a blessing to your house. It's going to bring you peace. But you've got to start with being consistent and letting stuff go. If you have any questions, drop them down here, down at the bottom, or you can email me at tammy@tamifox.com. And Katie, I know you can do it. I see your comment now. Just work a little at a time. Involve her. Spend 5 to 10 minutes at a time and then move on to a different project. You don't have to declutter all day long. So have fun today. Do your zone mission. Figure out what's for dinner if you don't have that written down. And I will see you tomorrow.